Hello, this is David and welcome to episode number 21 of Make Me Proud, the YouTube series documenting my campaign to become a better sprint swimmer. And in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at my 100 meters freestyle from the Scottish Open Short Course Masters Nationals Championships 2023. Now, if you watched the video of this race about a month or so ago, you will know that I came in with a time of 101.83. So a very good time, and that constituted a 2.58 second personal best. So a time as well that I'm very much chuffed with. However, also wanting to improve, and by the end of October at Swim England Short Course Nationals, I want to be able to get that time under that 60-second mark. So coming in with a 59 point or quicker. Therefore, I'm going to take a look at this race in order to see what I can do better over the course of a 100 meter freestyle. So if you would give this video a like, I would very much appreciate it. And remember to subscribe to this channel to be notified whenever I upload any new swimming videos. But otherwise, without any further ado, let's dive right in to today's analysis. So a poor start off the block means that I lose about half a second already right at the start of this race. However, a high stroke rate, I'm able to pull myself towards the front by the end of the first 25. Poor tumble turn means that I lose some ground right next to my direct competitor in. However, once again, with that high stroke rate over the second length, I may pull myself into the lead once more. So obviously, all turns are something that I need to work hard on in the near future to ensure that I don't lose ground. A nice high stroke rate here means that I gain a little bit of distance on my nearest competitor. However, he manages to pull that back as I tire towards the end of the third length. So keeping my stroke rate nice and smooth throughout the course of the race is something that I need to ensure that I do. However, keeping things relatively uniformly paced towards the end. A hard kick here, but should probably keep my feet underneath the water a little bit more. And then awful finish means that I come in with a time of 101.83. So the big sinners, as always, when it comes to my racing are the starts and the turns. Looking at the starts, first of all, it was quite a delayed start off the blocks for me. And the reason for that is because I tried to coil myself up and use the entirety of my legs sprung up to push myself off the block, much like you would do in a squat exercise when you stand up from a squat. However, despite the fact that that enables me to generate more force off the blocks into the dive, ultimately I lose that because I have to unravel my legs, straighten my legs. More so than I would do if I wasn't quite so coiled. That means that I lose that vital time there off the start, and therefore better is actually to have myself not coiled up so much and rather straightening myself off the dive in an explosive manner to ensure that I get the best combination of force off the block as well as starting speed. So one thing to improve on there, and that was something that I did improve going into the 50 meters free and butterfly at that event. So managed to fix that somewhat later for my later events at that meet. Tumble turns again, something that I seem to perennially struggle with. Making sure that I start the turn at the right time is one thing that I struggle with. So I've been doing a little bit of YouTubing to try and work out what I need to be doing better there. Similarly as well, coming out the turn. So once I've made that flip over the top, I'm then twisting my body before pushing off, or twisting partly before pushing off the wall. However, what I've learned recently is that once I've made that flip, I should pop off the wall on my back and then rotate my body rather once I've already pushed off, because waiting for you to rotate and then push off the wall means that I lose vital seconds of time in that tumble turn. And similarly, I've also been looking at fly kick as well in order to try and make that more powerful, where I've noticed that ultimately I just try to undulate myself as quickly as possible, but not really getting any power of it, so trying to keep it smooth. However, I've been looking at Caleb Dressel's underwater fly technique, and with his legs, he's got about a 90-degree bend in his knees every time he kicks, generating an awful lot of power in those underwaters, and therefore that's something again for me to try in training and work on to hopefully get myself further under the water, because it is actually under the water that you're actually fastest in the race, with the exception of the times that you've just come off the wall out of a turn or off the block from a dive. So underwaters are a very important part of the race, and one that will be key to me unlocking that under 60-second time for this event. Finally, looking at stroke rate, this was probably the best part of my event. Nice and quick turnover, nice and smooth, really happy with it, or at least smoother and a higher stroke rate than I have done in previous events, so something very much appreciated, something I'm very happy with there. All that was enabled by my Mizuno trunks, because it sort of pulls my hips and bum up out of the water, meaning that it's a lot easier to get that higher stroke rate as a result, just making things feel a lot easier. However, at the same time, still probably want to keep trying to get that faster, and similarly get it smoother as well, having that nice and synchronized stroke rate, as opposed to that sort of one, then just that split delay before the next one comes over, split delay, but keeping it a nice smooth rotation speed that feels constant, almost as if I was a water wheel of some kind. So those are things that I've got to be looking at when it comes to my 100 meters freestyle. I thought that my technique was pretty good, but it's almost as if the deeper that I dive into it, the more that I'm learning that I can improve on, which I suppose is a good thing, because it means that there are things that I know I can be doing better, as opposed to just being feeling as though it's just a case of losing more weight or putting on more muscle, and there's actually something that I can be doing technique-wise a bit better in order to improve things. So it's good from that respect. But yeah, it just means a lot more to work on when it comes to training in the pool. So that is it for today's video. Once again, if you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button, and remember to subscribe to this channel to join in with me on the swimming adventure. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.